We are live. We should be live on Facebook and LinkedIn. I am Adrienne Barker, professional global etiquette, chapter chair for SCORE Volusia Flagler, which I absolutely love, and a freelancer, a network marketer, and creative writer. I want to share right now. You are all looking at father and son. Now, Shameem is just busy right now. Oop, we got a little echo back. Shameem, I'll have you put that on mute. Right now, you are all looking at father and son. So, Shameem, you just gotta either put it on mute or quiet it. Yeah. All right, awesome, Shameem, you're the best. All right, so this is my first father and son, and I'm loving this. So I'm very excited to introduce Jubin Dana, a patent attorney. Let me see your show of hands. How many people have questions for a patent attorney? Because I can imagine all of us. And my favorite, my new friend who has been helping me set up some amazing, amazing, amazing guests, Shamin Dana. Both of them really are celebrities, and I'm so excited to learn more. So let's start with the father because, you know, seniors, we go first, right, Shamin? So, hi,
Yeah.
Jubin. Nice to meet you. We
Hello.
haven't met before, by the way. This is definitely, candid. No prep,
It's great to
obviously.
be here. Great to
I'm
be
so
here.
glad you're here. So I'm curious when. So did you study law and knew that you were going into to become a patent attorney, or tell me a little bit about your history and becoming a patent attorney?
Yeah. Yeah. So I knew going into law school I was going to come out as a patent attorney because one of the requirements for becoming a patent attorney is you got to have a hard science background. Otherwise, you can't sit for the patent bar. So I knew going in, my background's electrical engineering. So I knew going in, I was going to become a patent attorney. And it was one of those decisions I made based on some of the things I saw around me and some of the needs I saw around me.
So there's so many inventors out there, and they all want to like patent what they're making. So how does it work?
The patent process is simple yet complex. So basically, what you do is you prepare a patent application, you file it with the patent office. Then, after some time passes by, one of the patent examiners at the patent office picks up your application and reads through it. It could be as few as 30 pages, as many as 500 pages. And then they respond to what they read to tell you whether you can get a patent or if they have any objections, in which case they'll issue an official action. And then you review the official action and respond back to them. And hopefully, through the back and forth process, at the end of it, you'll have an issued patent.
So this is interesting. So when I think of a patent, I think of, growing up in the promotional products industry, and many people have come and they said, "Oh, I have this new product." And it was kind of, you look at something and you say to yourself, okay, can someone make a simple change and then that kind of will hurt the patent? And I think I never knew if that was real or if that's kind of what people are saying. So I'm curious about that. Will you say if someone goes to you for a patent and you are looking at it and you're like, "Oh, this is way too easy for someone to change," then what do you recommend?
So I think the thing to understand is that the patent rights are defined by the claims. And so if anyone's going to go make a change, they would have to do something so that they are not infringing or doing what's in the claim. That's the big thing. So you could have, say, a claim that says A, B, and C. In order for someone not to infringe or get around it, they would have to not do one of those three things. So they would do A and B, but not C. You see? So it's all about what's written in the claim.
Wow. So you really, I don't see how someone could really do it themselves unless, so if you go to do it yourself, is it actually going to end up costing you more time and more money at the end of it?
I would definitely say yes. So imagine yourself having a car and the car breaks down and it's the first time the car broke down. How long would it take you to fix it yourself? Would you even know what to do, as opposed to taking it to someone who fixes cars for a living every day? So that's kind of the thing. You could possibly write your own patent application, but you'll probably make a lot of mistakes, things you shouldn't have done, you'll do, as opposed to giving it to someone who does it on a daily basis and they know what to do and what the consequences are for making certain decisions along the way.
But also the research, I probably wouldn't be able to research it really fully. So I could be putting in a patent and spending all that time and energy, and it already exists somewhere else. Could that
Sure.
be?
Yeah. Yeah, that could happen. And that happens to people. They file for a patent and then the patent office examines it, like I said earlier, and then sends you an official action that says, oh, here's someone else's patent or someone else's written document that describes what you're doing. And that's where the patent attorney will come in and really be able to argue what the differences are. For example, if I say I'm going to secure a piece of wood to the wall, well, how do you secure something? You can glue it, you can nail it, you can screw it, you can staple it. So there's all these different ways of doing it, and they're not the same. They're all very different. That's where the patent attorney can come in and present arguments to the patent office to distinguish your invention from what the patent office is citing.
So how much time? So first of all, when do you pay? Are you sending your patent idea with a check?
Well, do you mean when does the inventor pay the patent attorney or the
Yeah. When
patent
do,
office?
sorry. When does the inventor? Yes, exactly. When do you pay the patent attorney
So
or the
usually the
patent?
patent attorneys, yeah, so usually the patent attorneys will estimate how long it takes them to do it time-wise, and then they'll give you their billing rate. So if I tell you it takes me 10 hours to do something and my billing rate is $1 an hour, you know the cost is going to be $10. And then you basically pay that money up front, and then they do the work and send you the product and finalize it with you. Typically, you pay the patent attorney in advance as opposed to after the work is done.
Is there a cost to when I send it in to the patent office? Is there a cost for that?
Yes, you also have to pay a filing fee to the patent office, and there are three tiers of filing fees. One is for really big corporations, one is for smaller to mid-sized corporation, and one is for individuals who have a certain income or below a certain income.
Oh, I
And
like
of
that.
course,
So
the bigger you are, the more you pay. So it could be as much as $1,800 or $900 or $450, for example.
wow. All right. So this is interesting. Now let's just say you spend that money. I don't work with an attorney. I'm stubborn. I say I'm going to do it myself. They say they reject it. Are they sending me back my money?
No.
Oh,
The money you paid was for them to do the search and the examination. So you pay that money up front to the patent office so that they can search and examine it. If you don't pay the fee, they'll never look at your patent and it'll go abandoned.
it just seems to me it doesn't make sense to try to do it yourself. If you spent the time to create something unique, you really should make sure you go to an attorney. And then here's a question everyone asks, and I always get confused with the answer on this one. How long does a patent last?
A patent lasts 20 years from the day you file it. Not from the day it becomes a patent, but from the day you file it. So if it takes you 3 years to get it to become a patent, which sometimes it can, you have 17 years left.
Wow. Okay, so what if I love this product? And it's called the Sling Grip, and it allows you to goes on your phone, and it allows you to grip your phone. I happen to love it.
Right.
So if I found this item in the patent office because it had to be patented, and I look at it and I realize, oh my gosh, next June their patent is going to I don't know, be closed, would I then kind of keep an eye on that date, kind of like what you do with a URL you wanted to have and you found it, like when I keep that date and then like the next day try to what would you do? Buy the patent or resubmit a patent under your
No,
name?
that's one of the things about a patent. Once your patent expires, the information in the patent becomes public domain, so anyone can go make it. That's really a good example to demonstrate that is in the pharmaceutical industry. You have brand name drugs, and then suddenly you have generic drugs that are selling the same thing because the patents expire. Once the drug patent expires, then anyone can go make the patent, the drug that was disclosed in the patent. They can't do anything about it. So it goes from being only owned by one company to all of a sudden becoming public domain.
I thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm having a little computer issue. I don't know, Jamin, if you see it's clicking off, but for some
Yeah.
reason, I'm clicking
Oh,
off.
wow.
I apologize for that.
Okay.
It's really not my fault. Spectrum, can you get your act together, please, as a cable company? So,
And
so this is so interesting because so really, you only have 20 years to protect your patent, and then it's open. So
You only get protection of your idea for 20 years. It takes a year and a half to 3 years to get your patent. But once you get it, it lasts for 20 years from the day you filed it.
So who
So you
else
get
is?
protection for 20 years.
So who's thinking like me, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, secret recipe? So maybe it's better not to put it in a patent because if it really is something that you never wanted to get out, are you better off not having it have a patent?
Yeah. So in that case, what you do is instead of getting a patent, you pursue trade secrets. You
Ooh.
keep the information secret and you protect it. And typically that's useful for things that you think are going to last for a long time, like the formula for Coca-Cola or the formula for Pepsi. Those are trade secrets and they've been around for decades. If they had patented the formula, they would have lost the right to do it after the fact.
Got it. I think this may work. I will double check afterwards to see if the live keeps it all. I'm so sorry that it's doing this. I don't know why. We've had awful
Yeah, that's
internet
fine.
lately, as Shameem knows, because I couldn't even get on with him.
Florida.
So
Yeah,
The big storm.
do you take care of the trade secrets too? Is that part of the patent attorney?
Yeah, we can definitely help people because trade secrets are controlled through contracts and obligations you put on your employees and things like that. That's how you protect trade secrets, by keeping it a secret.
I really cannot understand why someone would try to do it themselves. I understand the saving money, but if it
Frozen. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's the here you are back.
I don't know what is going on. Let me look at my internet.
It's gotta be all the weather, the bad weather they've had in your area and all the internet.
Everything. And you know what? I had to get a new phone because T-Mobile, there is a bird, osprey, one of our very special birds that we have here that you cannot touch, is on sitting on the satellite. So I can't even really use my phone. I had to get a new phone. But anyway, so thank you for sharing this information with me. I know we could go on. And Jubin, I asked Jubin to help us with SCORE and to be a workshop presenter on patents because I think that's really important. Do you also, are trademarks under the patent too? Do you do anything with trademarks, copyright?
Yeah, we do a lot of things with trademarks, and trademarks are actually in a different space, but it's with the US Trademark Office. And people often refer to it as the US Patent and Trademark Office, but the Trademark Office is different. And trademarks are really designed to help consumers know the origin of goods. So it's basically branding and labeling that trademarks protect. That is something that everybody should do. And it's something that most businesses fail to do until they get a notice from somebody else saying, hey, you're using my mark, stop using it.
Sorry again. Most businesses are not doing or should be doing.
They should be doing it, but they're not.
They're not.
Especially if they're going to sell products under a name.
Yeah, I see that all the time. You know what else I see a lot is people using programs, and I use Canva too. So people using programs like that, but they're not making sure of the item. So someone's like spends $1,000, buys a logo, and guess what? That's someone else's logo, and the internet really has made it difficult. All right, one last question before we get to Shameem. Are you seeing are people coming to you with their patents and using a 3D printer to kind of show what they're doing?
No, a lot of what we get are hand drawings or drawings on paper because that still you have to do it with the patent office.
Oh, so they would send it.
Yeah, you still have to send paper. You still have to send drawings to the patent office. They don't take 3D models per se.
Oh, they don't. Okay, very cool. Are you doing a lot of work in your local incubator?
Yeah, we have an incubator where we are bringing in newer, younger attorneys and teaching them how to run and have their own law firm as part of our efforts to support minorities. So yeah, we are doing our own incubator where we're teaching people how to do things.
I think that's fantastic. I love that. We have our SCORE office is located at the UCF Incubator for University of Central Florida in the by the airport here in Daytona Beach. It's lovely. So thank
For sure. Welcome back.
This is crazy. You know what's funny is that I have done this for I don't even know, almost 18 months. And granted, once in a while I'll get booted out, but I've never had this. I got rid of all my extensions. I've made sure everything is closed down. I don't even know. Crazy. All right. So tell us about Shameem. So first of all, is Shameem your only son? Child?
No, he is one of two. I have a younger daughter as well. He has a younger sister.
Yes.
Oh, you were saying that she does a video. Oh, how sweet. So Shameem, tell us about you. When did you start to you do so many things. So when did Shameem start to like the celebrities and Comic Cons?
For as long as I can remember.
That's
Sorry, Shameem. I don't know how to fix this. Let me see. Let me make sure I don't have anything else going on. Sorry. Okay. So Shameem,
it's okay.
share with us
Yeah.
your love. When did you find the love for Galaxy, Star Wars, Darth Vader?
Star Wars was in 1997.
Right.
And then after that, Marvel came in 2002 with Spider-Man, and then sports. When is sports?
Well, even before Star Wars, I remember you
No, I mean
interested
like
in
the,
Michael Jordan
yeah,
when you were
like
little and you were playing basketball. And
actually, I think when did the whole Babe Ruth start? Was that older?
I wish I could remember.
2005
I wish I could remember.
from Sandlot.
Love
And
Sandlot.
Yeah, he got interested in that movie Sandlot and saw some of the things in there.
and then that's how I know about Babe Ruth from that movie.
Right.
And then welcome back again.
Sorry, Shameem. What does it do on the screen? Does it just block it out on the screen?
No, it just says host is rejoined.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, and then Dad is a huge Yankee fan.
Oh my God, Mom in heaven. Did you hear that? My mom came from the Coney Island area. I was born in Connecticut. So, whoop, whoop. Go Yankees. Oh, by the way, Jerry Cornell wrote, love the Star Wars franchise. All right. So, Jerry and Shameem, so very excited. Shameem has us interviewing in another week or so, maybe 2 weeks, C. Andrew Nelson, who played Darth Vader. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Andrew, yeah. Jerry will be also. You're back again.
I don't know what's going on. So Shameem, I'm going to tell you something. I really think that you have to be very intelligent to watch Star Wars. And I actually don't think I'm smart enough to watch Star Wars. I don't know what it is. I've tried. What do you think? If like for someone like myself, because you're so cute. I love that you wrote to me and you're like, did you see that, Adrienne? And I'm like, no, I haven't, Shameem. Is it all about good and evil? What attracted you to the Star Wars galaxy?
What was that about the Star Wars galaxy?
Yeah, what made you first like Star Wars? What were you interested in?
The good versus evil, the sword fighting, and and Jerry Cornell is another good person for you to have on. He does the theme parkology Disney documentary series like Pirates of the Caribbean. The documentary series of all the attraction, and he and Andrew Nelson is gonna have a new series coming out called Heroes of Extinction. About it's all about Andrew Nelson is the narrator of that series. It's pretty fun. It's gonna be they're going to be coming out coming to MouseCon and for a panel, and they're going to be there promoting it.
That sounds amazing. Hey, Shameem, how many Comic Cons have you gone to?
Oh God.
Started with Steve Wyatt's.
How many do you think you went to total? Like if you add them all up?
About 7. Wait.
Way more than 7.
No,
You've done 7 in 1 year.
SuperCon, once Big Wow 2010, 11.
Oh my God.
I would say what, in the past 10 years you've been to at least 2 a year.
San Diego Comic-Con,
Yeah.
Phoenix Comic-Con about 3 times, MouseCon 3 times, and
so easily 20.
Oh wait, do you have all your badges? Do you have all your? Okay, you have to show me your lanyards. You have all your lanyards. All right, send me a picture of your lanyard.
Yeah, he has them. But do you have a picture of it?
No, I've got the lanyard.
Oh, you don't have to go now, Shameem. Don't leave now. It's okay. Shameem has the best clothing ever. Yeah. Shameem, what is up with your shirts? You are so wonderful looking. I just love them all. Tell me, you have a love for Hawaiian shirts?
Yeah, that because of Weird Al Yankovic and Robin Williams and Bill Morrison. And
what's your favorite Hawaiian shirt you got? What's the coolest one?
This one and the Pixar one from Pixar Fest at Disneyland.
Oh yeah, he has one that has all the Pixar type of animated characters. It's awesome.
It makes you feel good, by the way, when you see it. I don't know if you realize that. So when you're walking around and people see that, you're like literally giving them a little bit of like a sunshiny special day. It's really a gift wearing something like that. Yeah. I am so drab. I gotta take after you. You are so colorful and bright with your personality. I love you, Shameem. I'm so glad we met. Oh wait, does your dad know how we met?
No.
Actually, her father and her late mother created this art gallery in Connecticut, and her father owns the Barker animation cartoon gallery and Barker Family Museum. They have almost 80,000 different toy collectibles.
Really?
Do you have a Batmobile from 1966?
I can't say for sure. I would probably say yes. My dad made sure all 80,000 of those toys have been documented and up in Connecticut. I don't know the answer to that one. I would assume, but I'm not sure. But I think, Jubin, that you have to take your son and your daughter-in-law and your grandchild and your daughter to Connecticut to go back to a Yankees game.
I think that's a great plan. I just want to wait for all this virus stuff to settle down, but that's a great plan. It's a good vacation plan.
Yes. So and there's the art gallery I think your dad's company all trademarked and everything, Andrea?
Yes, the logo is definitely Barker Animation. Yes, my dad was very careful with that.
So how long he's been in business for longer than I've been alive?
Yes, my parents passed. My dad worked till the day he passed. He was 90 years old. He started the business in 1955. And actually, Shameem, my dad would loved you. I think you share a lot of the same things. My dad loved products. So he loved anything with a logo on it. And back in the day, he was known for having the key to the state of Connecticut. So if you went to Hartford, it was called the Whale of a State. You would get items with the whale. So he would literally go to like the city, centers and say, we've got products for you to sell souvenirs or to give away. And that's how my father started it. Trophies and awards, political buttons, all of that. So, but my parents have passed and I miss them terribly. They would have got a kick out of my doing the show. or doing this because it's so much fun, and they would have enjoyed meeting you. My mom would have loved meeting your dad too, and learning about the patents because I think that's so cool. And so I want to hear
And
a little bit
then
about Special Olympics because that's a lot of work. What was your
um,
what do you call it? What was what did you excel in? I don't. I'm not even sure how to ask you the right question.
um, I started Special Olympics in 2005 in middle school. I did track and field, softball throw, 50-meter dash, and then I played Special Olympics basketball, soccer, um, and
Did you do swimming?
swimming, bowling. Dad's also was a soccer coach too, Andrea.
You know what? I look at your dad and I see all the years that he put in, all the time working and then making sure he could be there for all of your events. I mean, we forget, right? But
Oh,
Jubin, it's a lot of work, right? You were really, I mean, you
Oh
still look
yeah,
young.
being a parent to someone that likes to be active and do all these things, it's a lot of work.
yeah, and Dad was with me when we met Stanley for the first time, actually.
Ooh, Stan Lee. You
Yeah, at
were?
Comic Con.
Phoenix Comic Con 2019.
Was it
No,
19
no,
or
no,
before?
2014
Yeah, it
at
was way
Phoenix
before.
Comic Con. That line, Dad was, I believe, how many in line? 15.
We were very
15th in
close to the
line,
front of the line.
and there were like swarms of people taking photos and all that stuff. And we had to wait about the signing was at what was that 11 o'clock signing?
I don't remember.
9 o'clock signing. So
We had to wait a while. Yeah.
about 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours wait, and on how Andrea's dad did it is whenever a celebrity passed away, she lowers the price and hires it
Okay.
to honor the celebrity, right, Andrea?
Exactly. My dad always said, what, when an artist passes, you lower the price to give everyone an opportunity. You don't just try to raise the price. Don't make money off the death of an artist or really anyone.
That's very
And back in
noble. That's very noble.
Yeah, that made my dad. That was probably the difference. That's why my dad really cared. He wanted to get art on everyone's walls. And September 11th it was hard for all of us coming from Connecticut. But my dad really felt like for him, because art was his joy. The world is a dull place without art, is what my dad would say. He felt like all these children, all these homes were missing artwork, like everything. So he worked very hard to donate artwork. And then actually, my dad took a beautiful piece of artwork from Melanie Taylor Kent, who's actually she's behind me. She did the Statue of Liberty, and it was the 1986 rededication with Lee Ayatollah. And my dad, beautiful piece of artwork, valued at $1,000. My dad framed them all, did a plate, and gave them to most of like as many fire departments and public areas that he could in the state of New York and Connecticut and Florida to show his
Right.
appreciation to all of the first responders for September 11th. And throughout, they continue to do so much work for us. So I always love to share that story of my dad always thinking about other people and loving art. So Stan Lee really was signing very well. It's interesting. You could see Shameem, and correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I could tell, you could really see as Stan Lee was getting older, his signature was getting less defined.
You saw it when he signed your book.
Yeah.
Dad has a book signed by Jack Kirby and now Stanley as well.
Ooh,
Jack
what year is
Kirby
the book?
is
Who's Jack Kirby? Tell us.
Jack Kirby is the co-writer of the Thor. It's like the first issue where Thor was introduced, signed by Jack and Stan. Now that that's one thing signed by Stanley. That got graded at a 7.0.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know who I got to meet? Alan Bellman. Did you ever hear of Alan Bellman?
No.
They're
So
there's so many hidden treasures out there, so many different people that have been involved. And Alan Bellman is very interesting. He did pass. Sorry for the family. He was known for Captain America. And so he has a very interesting story. I'll send you his information, Shameem. And when he,
No,
that's
I'll
okay.
be right back.
That's
He's
okay.
running off to get something.
I love Shameem. When Alan Bellman, when he left, and his story is so interesting, and he moved to Florida with his beautiful wife, a young man approached him and had kept everything. He had everything of Alan Bellman. Alan Bellman had left and never took any of his work. And so it
Wow.
took this young dentist, actually, who had been a fan, to approach him and say, I have all of this. And Alan's like, oh my God, I don't have any of this. And so a book was written. It was a great book and great story, but
Wow.
it's, I'm not, again, I got to learn how to really like the franchise. Like, I shouldn't say it that way. Of course, I love the one, with Ryan. What are those, the movies with Ryan? Oh my gosh, I can't even think. Ryan, oh, forget it. They're like, I just never been a huge fan of watching Marvel. If I have to sit down and watch something, I probably wouldn't, but I need to learn
Right.
how to. So are you? So let's see what do we have here? Oh,
So Gary was asking about his medals from Special Olympics.
This
Jerry,
one,
lovely.
this one is 1 gold. What was it?
Yeah.
1 gold. 2 gold.
Beautiful.
2 gold. 1 bronze.
Oh.
Wow.
Who do you have a favorite
And,
Olympian?
and here's the one that me and Dad and my family actually went to, which is the Best Buddies organization. The Best Buddies Challenge in 2013. Dad was there, Mom was there, and Sasha was there. It's like it was for my work, so we went to what was that? Let me see. It was Hearst Castle in California, in Kent. Yeah, and then so what they do was we volunteered there and we did the cycling.
Yeah.
And we were like we were like doing they did like Best Buddy and Celebrity Team Up. So I happened to get Moshe Brady.
Wait, what?
Moshe Brady, Maureen McCormick.
Oh my God, I love her.
Yeah, she was my buddy for the
walk,
for the challenge.
Yeah.
And then there I met Bernie Taylor, Mini-Me, the Egos, the band The Egos, Don Felder, and John Hanley. And then after that, so that was like the evening. The Egos played, and I got to sit with the head of Fox table, the Fox Studios, and then yeah, and when Dad worked at Visa, he Michael Phelps came.
Oh,
for some kind of event. What was that thing?
He just came to meet people at Visa, and we
and
signed autographs and things like that.
So I just want to say, Shameem, I want to clear this up. It's not that you got to meet them; they got to meet you. They all got the pleasure of meeting you. They're the lucky ones. They like, so when I hear you say that, I think, but they're so lucky they had a chance. You're just as wonderful as any of them are. So just remember that.
Yeah, and also Dad has met Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was governor.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear your dad's best, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on, Jubin. I know you practiced it. Let's hear it.
No, I don't. I I can't do it. The only thing I can do is from the movie Terminator.
No, I mean, no. She wants to know how you.
No, she wants me to do it impersonation.
Of course, I want you to do it. Come on. I don't even know what he said in the. What did he say?
The I'll be back.
There we go.
Actually, Dad, Owner's not that tall.
Wait, what?
He's not tall at all.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's like 5'8".
Oh,
Yeah.
Taller than Tom Cruise?
A little bit taller than Tom Cruise, but he's not that tall.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yep, TV, you never know.
Yeah, from the movies, it looks like, he's really tall, but a lot of the scenes he's wearing elevated shoes so that it makes him taller.
And then Dad and I and my family went to the last Blockbuster on my 26th birthday. We met the general manager, her son.
Oh, the last Blockbuster on Earth, because you remember the franchise Blockbuster movies.
Of course I do. I watched the video, the documentary. Yeah. It's amazing.
There's now only one left in the world, and it's we went to it and saw
3
it
hours away
in Bend,
from us.
Oregon.
I'm embarrassed to say that I actually owed a lot. I was very bad. I never could return on time. My children never. How many times did I go up there and open it up, and there was never a video, or the video wasn't rewound? And I remember thinking, even back then, I remember thinking, how can you charge $100 for like a tape? Like, it didn't make sense to me. But you know what? I think it's a good story about business and how they were buying it, and the cost of doing business. And so there is a true cost of doing business, and we all have to know that. I wish they taught us a little bit more, but they probably had a picture of me like, do not let her in the doors anymore. She doesn't know how to return tapes.
I enjoy. Dad has a story about that same thing with Blockbuster.
Let me hear.
It's
what happened was this was back in 2002. It was back in August of 2002. I had just purchased a pocket knife. In fact, it's this pocket knife right here. It's my pocket knife that I carry in my pocket. And I went into the store and I was telling them that, I had returned the movies, look on your shelf, it wasn't checked in. And while I was talking to them, I had my knife out and I was just playing with it like this. I was just opening it and closing it because it was a new toy. And apparently the workers in Blockbuster felt threatened. So they called the police and said some guy came in here and pulled a knife on us. And then I went to the other Blockbuster, and the manager at the other Blockbuster knew me, and he goes, guess what happened at our other Blockbuster? I said, what? Because someone just went in and pulled a knife on the employees, threatening them if they didn't take off the late fees. And I said, that is absurd. Why would someone do that over $2-3 late fee?
What was that movie anyway?
It ended up being me. And then, of course, it all was diffused that, I was just playing with my pocket knife that I just purchased. I wasn't.
So what movie was that anyway? Like,
I don't remember the movie.
like Point Blank Break.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's some story from Blockbuster. And then Dad is normally the one who goes to conventions with me as like a con go.
Yeah.
The first con you went to was Phoenix, Big Wow Steve White's con.
Yeah.
That was favorite person I met.
Yeah, I don't remember the first con I went to.
But
I enjoy them. They're fun. It's great to see all the creative people and all the creative costumes and outfits.
Dad's first one I think was Phoenix Comic-Con.
It may have been.
Oh wow, that's a big one. I think it's very healthy too, by the way. I think it's very healthy. And I think that Comic-Cons, especially when they come back after COVID, or I know they're back now, they're doing them. I see it as very healthy, and very healthy that you could dress up and become a character and feel comfortable doing that. And, as we're all having like a lot of mental health issues, I really feel that it's for those that are involved in it, it's not only it's just good for you. A lot of beautiful people, a lot of very unique. I just love all the talent.
Yeah, I have to tell you the story of the Comic-Con I went to with Shameem. How old were you? I don't know. He was probably around 13 or 14, something
Wait.
like that.
That's Big Wow.
No, it's the Phoenix Comic Con. And the interesting thing that happened.
Wait.
Can you hear us?
I can. I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, I don't think it was Phoenix Comic Con.
It was Phoenix Comic Con.
I was on 13 or 14 then.
It doesn't matter what old you are, but I know it was Phoenix Comic Con because it was really hot. So it was really hot. We parked in the garage. We come out, and Shameem is wearing a full Darth Vader costume, like cape, helmet, and it's all black. And we're in Phoenix in June or something. It's hot.
100.
So we come out and we start walking towards the con. And of course, before the con opens, there are hundreds of people standing outside the door waiting to go in. As we're coming up, this guy on a bicycle that gives people a ride on the bicycle, he comes by us and says, "Do you want a ride?" And we're like, "No, we're good. It's right there. We'll go on our own." So then he kind of goes out and pulls in kind of behind us as we're walking, and he turns on the Star Wars theme song, you know, dun 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 dun, and that whole theme song is playing while Shameem is walking up, and it's unbelievable. The entire crowd turns around and looks at him, parts way, and lets him walk all the way to the front gate with this bicycle guy following him, playing the Star Wars theme music. Actually, so he went right up to the front and went right in his Darth Vader costume. It was amazing. It was hilarious.
And then, for baseball, who was my first person I met for sports, baseball-wise?
Now I get your love for the baseball because of your dad with the Yankee, because you were showing me some baseball balls that I did.
Yeah, so Dad's favorite player was Derek Jeter. From the Yankees.
I don't know why. Why would that be your favorite? Why? Totally kidding, of course.
I think the work ethic he had and where he came from and how much effort he put in to get to where he was, and he was also very honorable, very graceful on the field in terms of his behavior. He was never, you never associated him with rude or absurd or chaotic behavior on the field, whereas other baseball players lose their cool and throw things, and he was never like that. He was always, he's remembered as someone as very honorable and integral. So I really liked him for that.
So did my mama. My mom did too.
So our first game, or your first game, was in 2005. Mine was, what was my first game? We've been to, the first game was.
Well, I can't remember you mean the first Yankees game?
No, my first game.
Oh, your first game,
which was, yours was 2004.
I don't remember when.
That was against the A's, but mine is, I think I became a baseball fan when my grandmother gave me her book that says "Welcome to Baseball."
Oh.
And so since then, I've interviewed Barry Zito, the pitcher for the Giants and A's. I've met Willie McCovey, Ozzie Smith. Me and Dad went to 2010, 14, 13. No, I know. 10, 14, and 12 of the World Series.
I love Shameem, as we're going to wind down a little bit right now. I love that you have done all of this, but I really love the fact that you meet people and they fall in love with you and then they stay in touch with you. And because a lot of people will say, well, I saw Adam Sandler, but I met him, he put his arms around my son, but yet I'm not completing that introduction. For you, you're taking it a little further, which is really brilliant. You're making a connection with them, and then you're actually staying connected with them. And I think that and then you're connecting me with them. So whoa, yay. I really appreciate all of that, but I want you to know,
Shameem,
not a lot of people do that. I think it's really great. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Shameem maintains connections. No, I was going to say Shameem maintains relationships and connections. They're not just in that moment for him, they're long-term for him.
Yeah,
that's really a beautiful thing.
And we've been to the Hall of Fame twice. Yeah.
Wait, what was that
Yeah.
again?
So
Where?
for yeah. So we've been to about um
Oh, the Baseball Hall of Fame. He said we've been to the
Cooperstown.
Baseball
Oh, the
Hall of
Baseball
Fame.
Hall of Fame. Oh,
And we've been to 3
that's fun. I've been there. That's fun. Uh-oh. Oh, isn't this a fun conversation? I'm really enjoying Shameem and his dad. So we'll give them a couple seconds to see if they come back. Otherwise, thank you all. Thank you, Jerry, for coming in. I love it, love it, love it. Look forward to, yes, I'll send you my link. I love that. And so I'm not sure if they're going to come back. We're going to give it another minute. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It's Thursday, September 9th, and I am not sure if they're going to come back. So we're going to end it right now. I really enjoyed speaking with them. Our next interview, and Shameem will be joining us, will be with C. Andrew Nelson, who played Darth Vader. Oh, they're back. Yay. Now it was their turn to pop off. Let me get them in the stream. And now it's your, oh, I can't see you. Can we hear you? Oh, hello. I was just saying, now it's your turn to pop off and see what it's like. I feel like every time that happens, I like went overboard and then I came back on board. It's weird. But this is a long time for the app, so we should probably cut it short. Shameem, so Jubin, I'm going to send you the information for SCORE because I think that you will be fantastic. I look forward to it. And Shameem, thank you. I'm very excited. Shameem, I know you're going to stay. I love that you stay in touch. You know what, Shameem? I think all of us really need those lessons from you about making a connection. That's a call in itself. That's a conversation itself. How you do it, why you do it, and how pleasant it is that you do it. It's really a beautiful gift.
Yeah, so last thing from what Jerry said, my favorite person I met, I would have to be
Say me.
Yeah,
Me.
My dad and my aunt Gigi and Jerry and
No, who's your favorite celebrity you met?
my favorite celebrity has to be
me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Mickey Carroll, where me and my aunt Gigi, Gabrielle, mom, and Sasha went back in 2001 when I was 7 years old. He was in Wizard of Oz.
I thought you said Mickey Mouse.
No, he played the Munchkin in the town of Wizard of Oz, and that was my
That's so
favorite,
awesome.
Celebrity. But since then, my top favorite is Andrew Nelson, who played Darth Vader, is my second.
I can't wait to meet him. I can't wait. Shameem, I love Gigi. I love what she wrote, and she just hit the nail on the head. The thing about Shameem is that he is humble, and he truly admired the accomplishment of the people he meets, as they should admire him. Gigi, that is really beautiful. I love. It really is a pleasure to know Shameem. I am so grateful that Shameem reached out to me. And you know what? Even the fact that you did that, Shameem, you reached out after you got a piece of artwork and was so happy to share. Did you reach out to anyone else in the Barker family, or you just found me? Uh-oh. Are we frozen? Are we frozen out there? It's like a crazy land. Am I frozen? I feel like I'm moving around. Shameem? Jubin? Hello? All right. Anyways, thank you all for being guests. They are amazing. And just follow us. Shameem is a gift, and I'm so thrilled. I'm going to end it here. Thank you all so much. They are fantastic. But I think with the weather and everything, we're just running into trouble. So everyone have a great rest of the day. Thank